And here we go. Welcome to Byfield, Massachusetts. Triton High School, I'm Patrick Heffernan.
And I'm Emily Colby.
And we are here to watch the Triton Vikings take on the North Reading, what are they?
Hornets.
The Hornets. Here we go. Second to last game of the season. Triton needs 2 wins to make the playoffs. So this is it.
Yep, I mean, whatever they got left in the tank, they got to really give it their all tonight is what I'm trying to spit out, I guess.
And it's senior night, so we've got 5 seniors starting in the game tonight. We'll go through the list. TJ Overball, Mason Farrick, Jesse Wilkinson, Brandon Belezza, and who am I forgetting? Michael Farrago. And it's Farrago who's in the center circle for the tip. Goes to North Reading, and here we go, senior night. So this is an absolute must-win for Triton. And a good block to start things off by Farrago and Belezza working together. Overball brings it down. They had a tough loss the other night against Rockport, a 1-point loss. They need to make up for that with a good win here tonight. Air ball by Farrago from the far left side. North Reading coming in at 10-8, so I think they've already made the tournament. Out to Overball. Chance to go up with a little layup. Oh, little spin move.
Nice finish by TJ Overball there.
Nice. A little fancy there. I like it. That's the way they're going to play, that kind of up-tempo, high-energy, show what they got kind of game. That'll be fantastic. So inside for 23, and he's going to drop that in. That's William Taylor. You said he was a lot of their team.
Yeah, he really likes to drive to the hoop, draw the foul. I think I hear his dad a lot in the crowd for the last game telling him to do so.
It's going to be a foul on Farrick, it looks like, on the drive. Yeah, crowd, decent-sized crowd tonight. A lot of students, a lot of parents, of course, because it's senior night.
Yep.
And hopefully the cops don't have to come.
Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, Triton fans can get a little rowdy, I guess, especially when it's a close game.
And what we saw the last game we did, the visiting fans can get rowdy too.
Yep.
So there's a free throw for who's at the line. This one is Cody Kenalonga, who's a 3-point shooter for them at the line now, though. Gets the first to fall, gets the second to fall. Pressed by North Reading to start, and they almost get the turnover right there. TJ Overball looks to go inside. Ball gets taken away from him. We don't have Eric Gundrum tonight for stats, so we're just going to have to make stuff up as we go along. And Triton got the first bucket of the game, but they've given up 6. 2 on the floor and 2 at the line. Get it across to Wilkinson, all the way to Overball, but it's out. And a quick timeout by Coach Surrender. Probably smart. This team came out fast, but they looked a little it's not clicking quite right.
They look a little jittery out there. I mean, it is their senior night. There's a lot of fans, a lot of eyes on them. The nerves are definitely up because this is a huge game. It's a must-win tonight for them.
Absolutely. So you saw the game in Rockport, and you said they weren't playing sort of at their best. It was a little disjointed the whole time. Was there any one player that you thought sort of could have stepped up and taken over a little bit and sort of made a difference for the team?
I mean, my brother, I think I'm a little bit more harsher on him, but he did.
I thought you were going to say he should have stepped up.
Well, yeah, he should have stepped up.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. He missed 2 layups that he should have had right there in the paint.
Okay.
They lost by 1 point, so that could have been the difference in the game. But there was a lot of missed shots, a lot of missed foul shots is what I noticed.
Yeah, and that's tough too. When you miss them at the charity stripe, then you pay for it the whole rest of the game. North Reading now moving the ball around the outside. They're going to look for 24 to shoot the ball when they get it in his hands. Instead, it's to 3. He kicks it out. Taylor now. It's going to look for Canalago if they can get him that 3-pointer. Don't need to. He drives, and he's going to not get that one to go. Great board by number 22. He can't get it to go. Good play inside and good no call by the ref. And there's 24 with that Canalago with the 3-pointer I was worried about. And now a 9-2 run by North Reading. The press is working. Belezza with the ball. TJ Overball. Triton's offense sort of just spread out and not moving a whole lot. 5 guys standing around. TJ takes a shot. Doesn't go.
They're not even crashing the boards there. I mean, that was a shot in the air that they could have maybe tried to pressure North Reading to get.
Yeah, and on the other end of the court, North Reading drives, has somebody grab a rebound, can't make the follow-up go, but Triton again, same exact spot on the floor that Overbaugh shot from, also a miss. And here comes North Reading. They are definitely going to fly down the court as much as they can. Kinalonga gets at least 5 now, 1-3. And a point from inside, and there's going to be a foul. So it's nice seeing all the parents bring the kids out, and Brendan Bellitz's older brother Adam, who I got to see play an awful lot of basketball when he played back in the day with my oldest son Leo. Fun to see him in the house tonight, and I imagine he's sitting on the bench, sitting in the stands, wishing he could get out there. So he had a really solid career, great three-point shooter, great guard, solid player. I'm sure he wishes he could be out on the court. Pass outside to Farrick. Long for Wilkinson. He's going to take it. Not going to go. North Reading now on an 11-2 run to start off this game. Good move inside, and that drops. Make it 13-2. So they don't have that inside presence from Quentin McHale, from Kyle O'Doy. So it's a lot of points in the paint right now for North Reading. Good little Euro step, good pass. Looks like Mason Farrick just bounces it off a kid rather than try and risk a pass there. Yeah,
that was a good heads-up play. He had 2 Hornets on him. He couldn't really do anything. He was underneath the hoop. At least Triton has the ball right now.
All the way out to Overbaugh. 12 seconds on the shot clock. He can hit threes, and if he gets warmed up, but that one doesn't go. Again, North Reading seems to be playing a super up-tempo game. Like 2 passes and shoot. Maybe that's the book on Triton that you can run on him. So we're going to see Dylan Wilkinson come into this game, and Nick Dupuis as well. In for Adam Bledsoe, who missed that three-pointer. Brandon, I will do that all night. So.
It's like Avery and Jamie Caron.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I got better as that game went along. So, yeah. Oh, great little move by Overbaugh. Excellent play. Wilkinson now finds him inside. Nick Dupuis. Something. Oh, they're going to call that on 22, or are they going to call that on?
I think that's on Chris.
Huh. Is that your brother out there?
Yep.
So number 24 on the court, Chris Colby, who you will all remember from his work on the football field in the fall, getting only his 2nd game of playing time here for Triton, freshman. And that shot drops as well. So we're on a 15-2 run for the Hornets after the opening basket by Triton.
Need to move around more. They're just stationary there.
And they're trying to ask Overbaugh to do too much. They're trying to ask people in the lane to do too much. And here, I swear, North Reading has been told 1 pass and shoot.
Oh my God.
And this time it's a drive, and it's going to be a foul on Chris Colby. Are we going to keep track of fouls?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
So it drives me nuts. So it's got the player and fouls thing on that scoreboard over there. So I'm not sure why they're not doing that from the scorer's table. That would help us tremendously. 16-2 run. So now we get Brendan Dennis in the game. I'm not sure who else checked in as well.
I think that was Mike Farrago is coming back.
Farrago coming back. 17-2 run. It's hard to remember how Triton got their first basket, but they definitely need to get another one. So there's your guy William Taylor picking up a foul. Only the 2nd of the game for North Reading. We're desperately going to try and keep our own stats tonight, but we're going to miss Eric Undrum.
Yep. We need to know our percentages, our rebounds, offense and defense. I'm not going to be able to keep track of that.
Good drive in the lane by Farrago, and then the senior puts one in. Fantastic. So that ends a 17-2 run by North Reading to open. this game.
That's a huge basket for Mike Farrago. I mean, he's coming off an injury. It's his first game back in at least 3 or 4. So.
And a great block right there, too. Fantastic.
This has to be a foul there.
Something had to happen there. And that's going to be called a blocking. Could have been a charge. Good for Farrago. Is it Farrago? Farrago? How do you
Farrago.
say it?
I think the AD was actually mispronouncing.
All right. We'll put that down here in big letters. Farrago. Third foul on North Reading tonight.
I have no idea who got that foul.
And miscommunication by Triton and Nick Dupuis and Mason Farrick not on the same page. North Reading now 17-4, 2 minutes left really in this quarter. Great, another block inside. So all of a sudden Triton's defense in the lane has woken up and they're stopping the play from North Reading. Nick Dupuis knocks one down. That's fantastic. I like watching that kid play. And that time they're going to call the foul. That's on Dylan Wilkinson. Give him a little bit of the body as he went by. It's tough. That's one of those when you want to ask the other 2 refs on the court if they would have called that foul, because consensus would be, I think, it's just playing basketball.
It's a good foul. I mean, at least he missed one of them so far. But so far, we've seen North Reading as some really great foul shooters.
Yeah, they've been to the line a few too many times already, and this game is not even ended the first quarter. And a good Triton crowd disrupting the North Reading shooter. You got to love that. Looks inside to Dennis, but decides not to go there. Goes to Dupuis instead. Now Dennis has the ball. Tries to muscle his way in, kicks it out. Mason Farrick picks up one of those fouls. It's just fantastic. 3 green, on the arm, shooting 3. So that's Scribner. He's one of their playmakers. Watching the video before this game, seeing some of the highlights from North Reading, he's one of the kids that initiates a lot of fast breaks, get a lot of fast breaks on his own. If they can get him in foul trouble, it would be great. Farrick hits the first. Hits them both.
Nice.
And Chris Colby coming back in the game. Farrago coming out.
Hopefully he can stay out of foul trouble.
He picked up just the 1 so far, right?
I think 2 fouls, actually.
2 fouls already. Yeah. And look at that. Mason Farrick hits all 3. 17-9 now. And Triton's interior defense has picked it up, so I think we're probably going to see North Reading adjust. Oh, maybe not. And go to the outside and let their three-point shooters take a shot at it, but not on that possession. So nobody moving around enough. Good play inside to Dennis. Dennis picks it up and goes, and that's going to drop. Nice, fantastic inside move by Brendan Dennis. And just like that, it's 17-11.
Triton is coming alive a little bit more now.
There's that long 3, and that one drops. That's the kid to worry about. Cody Kanalonga. He's going to hit him. So Triton closed that gap down a little bit. There's another turnover, though. Here they come nice and fast. He's out there for a 3 again. That's 3 threes by Kanalonga. And just like that, the game's back up to a 12-point lead. Yeah, Triton closed it all the way down to 11-17. It was only a 6-point game there for a minute, but boom, boom, just like that. North Reading decided to go outside, and they got what they wanted. So Chris Colby in the game now with Dennis, Overbaugh.
And the 2 Wilkinsons.
Working together. Great move inside, all alone. Really solid play by number 23, Taylor. Triton's defense just didn't see that happening. Wilkinson takes a long, and you know why he was taking that shot? 'Cause his time was running out.
Yeah, I kind of was like, oh, Jesse, what was that shot? But then it made sense. It was a good heads-up play.
Because neither of us were looking at the clock,
Yeah.
and neither of us were paying attention. That's a challenge, you know. You get into the flow of the game, you completely forget there's a clock actually going. So 11 to 25 at the end of the first. Actually, that's not too bad considering it was 17 to 2.
Yeah.
So they, Triton kind of caught up a little bit. 9 points once their offense started to happen. They got 9 points, and they only gave up 8. So they need to, that ratio needs to continue the rest of this game.
If I can see right, I think we have some Triton teachers in the house tonight. We have Mr. Colbert, Dr. Moore, and Dr. Lothrop, and Miss Herzl and Mr. Haley.
Wow.
Mrs. Galante, and I see a couple I can't exactly. I know they work at Triton. I don't know their names though.
That's pretty fantastic. So this is the Triton teachers coming out to support the senior students who they've taught 4+ years. So that's not that any of these kids are on the 5-year program here at the high school, but
we hope not.
That's really cool. Good for them. And a lot of parents, a lot of students out tonight, which is good. Very loud student section, which it's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we never got this crowd when we played for girls basketball, but it is nice to see the support for the Vikings tonight.
It can happen. The girls program, they had a great win last night against Lawrence. Just a fantastic 14-point win. Went to Lawrence, a team they lost to by 18 at the opening of the season, and they won by 14 last night. So real turnaround in that program, which is fantastic. And a long pass. That ball was in the air for 2 seconds easily. And again, Triton's offense just sort of stand around on the outside, and they're going to call that out of bounds. So they went back to the sort of stagnant, all-out, 5-out kind of offense. We'll see if they change that up again and they get the ball back. A little bit of pressure. Would you have your brother out there putting pressure on with 2 fouls on him? Or he stepped out of bounds?
The Triton crowd was all over that.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I think the referee over there is actually enjoying the Triton crowd. He's got a smile on his face, He thinks it's pretty amusing. Why not? The season's almost over. Enjoy the games, right? Over ball to Wilkinson. Wilkinson all the way across to another Wilkinson. Overball's going to try and drive. Thinks better of it. Over to Cole. Nope, to Farrick. And there's a long 3. It's going to be short. I don't think Triton has a 3-pointer tonight yet. Meanwhile, North Reading is just running the court as fast as they can. One pass and shoot. They are just releasing on the shot. And that's probably the 4th time that Triton has shot from that exact spot and the first time they made it. So Mason Farrick with the basket. Look at that, right down the, fantastic. That is just great. Great block, but they can't have that. Like, they can't be beat down the court that fast like that again and again and again.
I mean, Mason was the only one that was there to stop him. There was no help defense there. Everybody kind of wasn't watching where the ball was going.
Oh, decent defense by Farrago, but gets called for the foul. Number 22, Jack Keller, is going to go to the line. 13:27 now, 14-point gap with 6 minutes left, 6.5 left in the first half. So Triton's got to find mostly some defense. I mean, the offense has been a little bit off. But shooters are going to keep shooting, and that's going to come eventually. But really, the defense is just giving up too many points in the paint. And actually, I know Eric Undrum's out on Nantucket. Maybe he's watching this game live. He can text us some of the stats that he's following along with. I doubt it. Be nice, though. Good drive. Great drive. And they're going to call a foul on that. On number 1, Gregory Dimitri. Anna Belezza coming back into the game.
Brandon Belezza. I didn't catch you there for a minute, and then I was like, wait a minute.
And then we waited long enough for it to catch up to me. Okay. Brandon Belezza. One of these days. There's not a younger brother, so I'm safe after this. So, violation on Triton. Shot was going to miss anyway. Still a 14-point game with 6.5 left. Pressure by Triton. And again, a good drive. And again, a guy wide open in the paint. North Reading in the paint has been the story of this game so far. That's why they have 30 points. 9 of them are on threes, but all the rest, it's calling the travel on Brendan Belezza. Fans not seeing it. I didn't see it either, but maybe he took a hop step when he caught it or something.
Yeah, I think that's probably what happened.
That gets called in the boys' game a lot more than in the girls' game, I'll say. I'm not sure why that is. Strong inside defense by Farago. Make sure that shot doesn't go down. But a rebound again by North Reading. So 2 offensive rebounds, and they get 2 chances. 3 offensive rebounds and a 3rd chance, but that one's going to be a turnover. It goes out of bounds. So coming into the game for North Reading, we have Brandon Beal, junior forward. Farago with the ball, finds Brendan Belezza. Going to drive and get bodied, and he's not going to go to the line. It's only the 6th foul on North Reading. Griffin Dupuis going to come in for the game, into the game for Triton. Taking out Overball. Senior taking his time getting off the court.
I don't think he's too happy with how the game's going so far.
No, none of us are.
No.
And an unfortunate series right there, but a bad pass by North Reading, so they can't get the fast break. That is a long 3, and that drops as well. So that is the 4th 3 by Cody Kenalonga. 12 points on the night for him, at least.
Just in threes, right?
Just in threes. Griffin with a great pass inside. Farago gets blocked by number 32, but a foul. Should be the 7th now on North Reading. And just like that, they got to bring somebody else in, I imagine, for the kid 32 who just came in off the bench. Farago's shot is a little bit short. And sure enough, 32 got a little bit of taste of the game, and then he got pulled back out. That's tough. Farago hits the second. 15-33 now. Good pass inside. North Reading kind of feeling it, making a bunch of two no-look passes in a row from North Reading. They definitely feel like they have this game. They have a big lead, and they just extended it. 20-point game now at 4:50 left in the first half. All the way around to Belezza. Going to drive, look inside, beautiful play, and that one's going to drop. Nice. That's the kind of offense they need to run all the time. All the time.
I mean, Brandon Belezza, he had the up fake, and then that just threw off the North Reading defender. He was able to pass it off to Farago, who was really good in the paint.
But something is really off on this defense. There have been so many open shots by North Reading in the paint. It's one thing if you, make a contested shot in the paint, but there's too many times when it looks like the North Reading kids are just wide open, all alone in the paint. Something's not working on Triton's defense tonight.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that was a walk. So Dupuis back into the game. Dylan Wilkinson back into the game. Brandon Belezza having a seat, along with Jesse Wilkinson.
Does the Triton defense, do they normally do man-to-man, or do they sometimes do zone?
It's a good question. I mean, I know Surrender is a sort of a guy who played with or coached with Dave Clay, who was a big man-to-man disciple. So I don't know if they now play more zone or not. Good outside shot by Mason Farrick. Doesn't drop. 20-point game still with 3.5 left in the first. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
I think that's the first one he's missed
I think
tonight.
it is too.
Yeah.
But it sure looked good when it left his hand. So halftime, we're going to talk to Coach Ryan McCarthy, football and baseball coach here at Triton. Oh, that looked good. A little bit of pressure from Triton. Just trying to make something happen differently here. But North Reading down the court so fast. Drive it again. Get out. That didn't work. But off Triton into the cheerleaders. It's fun to have the cheerleaders here. We don't have that too many games. It's kind of nice. There was a game a few years ago where someone came up to the athletic director after the game to complain about the cheerleaders.
Really?
Yeah. A parent. How do you do that? And there's, you got to be kidding me, that's his 5th.
Was it a Triton parent or was it like a visiting parent?
No, visiting parent.
Saying that they're probably distracting?
Unsportsmanlike for them to be distracting the other team who's trying to shoot. Foul and going to be a 1-on-1 for Farrago. And that kid, Cody Cunalonga, hit his 5th three-pointer of the night. And it's a 23-point game. Overball coming back in. So anything can happen, but right now it's not looking good for Triton. They needed that win at Rockport. They absolutely need this game. They can't make it to the tournament without it. And it's senior night too, and they got the big crowd here. But North Reading is just a faster team right now.
Yeah.
That one drops for Farrago. And that one does as well. Dennis back in the game, taking Farrago out. It's a good program, though. I mean, they got a lot of kids that are getting a lot of playing time as juniors and sophomores and even freshmen. So missing the tournament, this would be the second time in 5 years. So they've had a really good run other than a couple of years ago. Oh, it's a great play. Other than a couple of years ago and then I think 1 year under Coach Clay. That was a push right in the back by number 24. Got away with it, though. Dennis finds Dupuis in the lane, doesn't get it to drop. And Chris Colby knocked in the throat. And this kid's laughing, number 22, as it comes down the court. You see that? Huh. See how that plays out. 24. Again, you got to be kidding me. No, that one misses. Overball, 2 minutes to play, 19-42. Overball, good pressure on him by North Reading. Swings it around to Wilkinson. Got to find somewhere to go with the ball. Into Colby.
Shoot, Chris.
Goes to Dupuis instead, who misses that one. But Colby gets the rebound. Gets fouled, but doesn't get it to go, but steps out of bounds by North Reading. Going to be Triton ball. And Surrender's got him going in and out. It's almost a constant rotation, which is probably good because at this pace, it's almost like hockey. You want to just have them coming in off the, coming in over the wall as much as they can. Out to Wilkinson, overball.
I feel like North Reading has done a really good job at keeping the 3-point really well defended. TJ normally gets those threes early and gets his shooting going and stuff like that, and so does Mason, and they're not able to do that tonight. So
were you a 3-point shooter yourself?
I think I was better. Yeah, I think I was better in the corners for some reason. Yeah, I like that.
That's the highest percentage 3-pointer is in the corner. At least in the NBA and college, the highest percentage 3-pointers are in the corner. I don't know why that is because you don't get the backboard, but whatever. I'm not a shooter. Misses the first, gets the rebound. Dennis, chance to go back up, goes to Farrago. Gets blocked inside. Good play by North Reading, who's moving fast again. Great play inside. And again, no call by the ref, which is good. There was a lot of contact. But they're all letting him play. And you're right, Overball just has nowhere to breathe outside. Bledsoe into Dupuis, takes it himself, a little bit short, gets his own rebound. And there's Overball with the 3, and that one will drop. First 3 of the game for TJ Overball, first 3 of the game for Triton. And Schrender wanted a timeout when the ball dropped, so they'll have to add probably a second or 2 to the game clock. So 20-point game with 50.8 seconds left. You're going into halftime down at least 20, hopefully a little bit less than that. But what do you tell the team? You're down 20 and you need this game to make it to the playoffs. What's the message?
Defense. I mean, the help defense is what they're struggling with a ton right now. I mean, North Reading is I don't even know what's happening really. Something in the paint isn't going all right. I can't really articulate it right now, but they're just getting so many shots in the paint that, I mean, Triton is trying to go up for the block.
Right, and they've had a few.
Yeah, they have. But then they've also had a few fouls that have been called in that, which they don't want to get into foul trouble in this game.
And they're not too bad. I mean, only 5 fouls by Triton so far in this game, so they're in good shape there. But North Reading's on pace for an 88-point game, which a lot of college teams don't get to 88. So you're right. It's the defense that needs to step up more than anything else and come out with a new look, a new something to shake up North Reading. And this press looks good so far. Overball gets a finger on it, slows it down. North Reading drives. They have 20 on the clock, but they shoot anyway. And an offensive rebound by North Reading. That's going to kill Triton. 24 hits, misses. Excellent. Farago, no shot clock on now. They can't play 2 for 1. They just got to go. Good drive. Gets fouled. Excellent. So Triton's not in foul trouble, but North Reading's already got 10. We don't know exactly who the fouls are on. We should, but we don't. But that's good for Triton. I mean, if they can get some of these kids out of the game in foul trouble, that'll give them a chance to get back in. They got to make their free throws, though.
It's not very often that TJ misses free throws.
No.
He's normally pretty accurate there.
So Zach Liebert in the game, I think for the first time tonight. I don't know if he's a defensive specialist coming in with 22 seconds left in the half. Overball makes his free throw. 23-42 now. And again, North Reading driving. That was questionable, but it doesn't matter. Bledsoe gets the ball. He's going to drive. Give it up to Dennis. Dennis with a great save. Sends it all the way back out. Wilkinson, nice little drive. Beautiful little runner. Drops down. All the way down the other end. His foot was definitely out of bounds with 0.8 left. No, his foot was out of bounds when he caught it. If he had caught that and made that 3, we would have just canceled the broadcast and walked away. Like,
I honestly thought they were calling a foul there or something.
No. He was out of bounds when he tried to catch it. There's no way you could actually shoot on this. Almost. But not even close at all. So 25-42 at the half. That is not what we wanted at all for this game on senior night. This was not the ideal outcome. But, we'll see. We'll see what can happen here. I mean, maybe they can bring something back and they can we'll put him over there, if that's all right. And bring in Ryan McCarthy here now at halftime. Get him on a microphone and headset. Oh, and we even have the halftime cheerleaders going too. There's a lot happening here. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on the clock. We'll have a chat with Coach McCarthy. How are you?
Great.
Excellent. So welcome. I'm sure you know Emily Colby, right?
I know Emily.
Okay. She had a lot of words to say about the football team during the games this season. It was fantastic.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
So we'll start with baseball. We won't look back. We'll look forward. How's the team going to look this year?
I think we're good. We got a good core of seniors back with Tyler Godfrey, Jared Berardino, Andrew Maiori, Mark Lickman. So these guys have all been playing for me since they were either freshmen or sophomores.
Excellent. And so I know the first name Godfrey, he's already committed to it's MIT?
MIT to play
baseball. To play baseball. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So
Jared Berardino is also going to Assumption to play baseball.
Right. Okay. You've had a few kids come through the program who've gone off to play, in the college level as well.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's there's some good baseball players out there. We're hoping that this year we got a lot of experience back. We only graduated 4 seniors, so
Right.
a lot of kids, a lot of sophomores got a lot of time last year, and with the senior class, hopefully we can get something going.
Good. And so you had, I know in years past you've had like a freshman team as well, but is it that deep a bench this year, or is it just varsity JV?
No, we have 3 levels. We've always
Okay.
had 3 levels. They call it JV2 now. So in all sports, actually, so it allows sophomores to be able to, play at the JV2 level if they're not quite ready for, JV1 or something like that. It allows kids another year in the program, to get better.
Okay. You got questions for the coach?
So what did you play basketball in high school or anything like that?
I did.
So what do you think Triton's doing well out there tonight, and what do you think maybe they could improve on?
It looks like they're struggling a little bit with this trap here, that North Reading continues to use. Finding the guy in the middle, I think, is where they got to go, and as far as things, it looks like, when they do break the trap and they find those guys, they're able to get to the basket and score, so.
And so what did you play when you were a basketball player?
I was a point guard.
Point guard.
Not a scorer. I was told to run the offense and cover the team's best guard. That was my job, and I accepted my role.
Excellent. And you've probably seen, you've been coaching at Triton for a while, so you've seen a lot of the boys' teams come through.
Yeah.
And some of these players are younger brothers of older players.
Yeah.
I keep saying Adam Bledsoe when I mean Brendan Bledsoe. But
Yeah.
so can you think of some of the teams that you've seen over the years that have really stood out for you as Triton ball players that have been here on the basketball court?
Well, I've got, unfortunately he's hurt, but, Kyle O'Doy,
Right.
I coached him in 8th grade, and I've seen him come up through the ranks. He made varsity as a freshman, and, I think there's some good young talent with Emily's brother Chris and the Nick and Griffin Dupuis, and, there's definitely some young talent out there. And the Wilkinson kid, I coached him as an 8th grader, so.
Nice.
Yeah, it's this, that's what you see coming up. I think there's some good young talent coming up through the programs.
Let's talk about football for a little bit. So you don't know the schedule already for next year, right?
A little bit. I can't tell you who we're playing in order, but some things have changed, actually. We're now one league. We used to be a large and a small in the Cape Ann League, so now we will play everybody. Instead of looking for 2 or 3 non-league games, we're only looking for 1.
So no more trips to Watertown or Wilmington or any of that silliness, right?
Not this year, anyways.
All right. Fantastic.
We are playing Weston as our non-league game, and that's the first week, and they're coming here because we went there last year. But now we will play with Masco leaving. That's why everybody merged, into one league for football. So, in the years past, we never played Hamilton or Linfield. Yeah. Now we will.
Nice.
Yeah, so a little change to the league.
That's good. So how many home games do you get in the season?
It's usually, 3 or 4 depending on the season.
Yeah.
This year, I think we have 3 and then Thanksgiving. So we have 4 total. So there's that little, wait. But we open at home with Weston, and then we go right up to Newburyport, which is always a good one.
Oh,
a big rival. So, But yeah, it's going to be interesting, like I said, with the league coming together and everybody having to play everybody now, where that hasn't happened for a long time.
Right.
So you were a Newburyport football player, right?
I was.
So what's that like, being on the other end of the rivalry?
At first, 6 or 7 years ago, it was different. I'm not going to lie. It was, growing up through the whole thing, the whole rivalry thing, and but I love it over here. These guys Triton gave me a chance, and I appreciate that, and I've just come to be part of the family now. So I still have friends, and a lot of the guys I coached against. I played with some of them, and for a few years, some of them were my coach. Right. But I love coaching here. It's great. It's a great place.
Is there a coach here that you've learned a lot from, that you sort of look up to and say, this is somebody that whether they're still here or not, that I sort of aspire to coach like?
Yeah, he's only a few years older than me, but Coach Mack, the wrestling coach, is just, I coached against him for a long time. He started coaching when I was finishing high school, and we've just been real close friends, but he just does so much. I think you can learn so many things from him, how he handles the kids and, his motivation and the way he does things different. He's just a really, really, really good coach.
And they're having amazing season.
Yeah, every
So,
year, man.
yeah.
It's just year in and year out.
Good point. It's not just
Nope.
the kids that are coming up. I mean, it's
Nope.
the coaching that's making that happen.
100%.
So,
Yep. Yeah, he does a great job, him and his staff.
And how about, are there certain kids that you've coached that you look at and you think that kid's going to be a fantastic coach one of these days?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. Unfortunately, like actually one of my assistants, Jimmy Michael.
Yeah.
Watching him come up, as a baseball player. I mean, you just knew at some point he was gonna be a coach.
Right.
And he's now a two-sport coach here, working in the building. He's just wasn't the greatest athlete, but knows the game. Like you could tell when he was in high school, he just knew the game. He loves the game, and he's great with the kids. And it's just, it's nice to see that because, everybody's going to start somewhere. I had an opportunity as a young coach, and he got one too. And I think he's just really, he's into it.
Yeah.
So.
Are there certain coaches that you still keep in touch with? I know I'm going to throw some names out there. I know Dave Clay has moved off to Newburyport now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever knew Greg Dulles. I don't know if
I
you
did
ever.
know
Yeah.
Greg. Greg actually coached my daughter.
No kidding. All right.
Excuse me, a long time ago. In some AAU and things like that when he was the JV coach here at Triton.
Nice.
And we thought she was going to come here because we're Salisbury residents, even though she grew up going to Newburyport the whole time, but it didn't happen. But Greg coached her. I've known Greg for a long time.
And so you keep in touch with all the local coaches.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I actually coached David Clay in high school. I was an assistant on the varsity basketball team in Newburyport.
No kidding.
When David played, his junior and senior year.
Yeah.
So
he was a lot of fun to watch as a coach because I don't know if you ever saw this, you ever saw the boys' games, but he would do that thing where he did sort of like the downward dog yoga pose when he got like really intense into a game. So it was pretty funny watching him.
I know,
in the stands, it was fun.
David was actually a water boy when I played in high school.
No kidding.
And I played for Kevin Lucy, who, was a phenomenal basketball coach, and some of his mannerisms, I think David probably picked up. Watching, very interesting very entertaining. Coach Lucy was very entertaining, but a phenomenal coach, and I know him and David still keep in touch a lot. So
yeah, that's great. No, ton of respect for him. I think he did a lot for Coach Surrender.
Definitely.
Sort of bringing him on. I know there were times when we watched the games where Dave Clay would step back and let Coach Teddy sort of take over in terms of in the huddle, and that's tough as a head coach to sort of give that up and let that happen. So
it is, but that's one thing that I try to do with in both sports, baseball and football. Because I've got a few assistants in baseball, and you always want to hear what they're seeing. I think that's important, especially and in football. I mean, there's so much going on in the game so fast that you're trying to watch everything, and it's impossible. I've been a coordinator and been up top. And seen the whole field, and now being a head coach down on the field, it's a little different, the view anyways, so you're always looking for information.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and you said you had a few assistants in baseball, but you have, a dozen assistant coaches in football?
I don't know about a dozen, but close.
It feels like it, yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Good. Any last questions before we let him go?
No, I can't think of anything.
All right. Thanks so much for coming up, man. I
Thanks
really
for
appreciate
having
it.
me. No, absolutely.
A lot of fun. Good luck with baseball.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so we're coming back into a 25-42 deficit heading into the second half. Nice to see Coach McCarthy. It was fun.
Yep.
And I'm sure he'll be excited to have the fields dry and the chance to get out there and play some baseball.
Yep, and hopefully Kyle O'Doy will be back by then and healed up, ready to go.
So we did actually get a program brought up to us that has the Triton seniors and a little bit of information about them. So I'm going to let you pick who you want to talk about, and we'll get to that as soon as we have a chance. North Reading with the ball to start off. Inside, foul right away. So pick somebody to talk about.
All right, I think I'll talk about senior captain number 10, Brandon Belezza. So he's going to go to NETCO next year. What he's most proud of is being a good student and athlete. He has some advice for younger players. Focus on winning and team goals. Stats don't matter if you aren't winning. And then he leaves a message to his mom. Thank you for all you do. I wouldn't be the person I am becoming without you. I love you. That's
nice. Good kid. I've seen him play for a long, long time. Like I mentioned, I've seen his brother play for a long time. Great family, and it's good to see. Good to see him graduating, going on, moving on, and I'm sure he's going to be like his brother and come back and watch some games when he's home for vacation and all that, or Christmas vacation and all that. So it'll be nice to see him in the building. Good drive, doesn't go off. Defensive rebound by North Reading, and heading the other way with it, and again, it's a big deficit. Triton's got to overcome it. That's the way they're going to do it. TJ Overball with a good drive, and he misses the layup, unfortunately, and that definitely went off of Wilkinson. It's definitely going to North Reading. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that, but I mean, I'm with Wilkinson on that, but I do think it went off of his fingers. Refs are going to talk about it, though.
It was definitely close right there. They were both going for
close.
the ball.
But I would agree, it's North Reading's ball. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it was. Yep. I think Wilkinson was coming in for that rebound, and yeah, Coach Teddy's upset, but it's a good call. These refs have called a good game so far, I think. Unlike the last game that we were here for.
Oh my gosh.
It's the MIA still needs to look into. 24 is going to take another one. That's going to be short. Good rebound. Triton now pressing, and that's going to drop. Fantastic. Fantastic. So Jesse Wilkinson, the senior, gets the layup, gets the bucket.
All right, I guess while he's on the line, we'll talk about
Yeah,
him. So,
perfect.
Number 3, Jesse Wilkinson. He's played for 4 years. The moment he's most proud of is for basketball is making the tournament. What's next? He writes undecided, but somewhere far away. Okay. And then
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yep. North Reading now. Good pressure by Triton. Good pressure keeping this ball away from inside. That time they get it almost to the lane. Decide to go back out. Good pressure by Farrago. 24 can't hold on to it. Mason Farrick can't make that pass. It's a turnover. A great look inside. Number 3. If he could dunk, I think he would have right there. So pressure from both teams to start off the half. Not sure why North Reading is pressing as much as they are with the lead they have. And Jesse Wilkinson again drives. That time it doesn't go. And again, it's an outlet to beautiful block. Bledsoe gets called for it, though. But good. Don't let him have the easy baskets inside. Was that it for no, it wasn't, right?
Yeah, Jesse also wrote some advice to other players, stay focused, and then he wrote a message to his parents. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for supporting me and believing in me.
Excellent. Who put this together, do you know?
I'm not sure. I think they put it together at the beginning of the season. Oh, never mind. It says senior night on it.
Glad they did, though. It's nice. I mean, it's good for these kids. So, Cody Canalonga hits another one. I'm not counting his points that aren't three-pointers because he's got 5 threes, and he hits 2 free throws. He's up to almost 20 tonight, which is crazy. Good play by Farrick. Pop, shot, gone, done. Good basket. Timeout, quick timeout by Coach Schrander. All right, who are we doing next?
All right, so we have senior captain Mason Farrick. He's played basketball for 10 years. His favorite memory is making the tournament for the 2nd time in many years. He's most proud of keeping his grades up and being a captain of the team. Next year he's going to go to college, but he hasn't quite decided where he's going to go. Some advice for other players is enjoy every moment of every practice and every game. And then he writes a message. Thank you to my mom, dad, grandmother, and any other friends and family that have come to my game. Love you guys.
And there's a lot of family and friends here at this game now. I'm watching the AD having a chat down there with some of the Triton Viking, the Viking ship, as it were, sort of having a good time tonight. And good for them. They're having a good time despite the 17-point gap in the score. But enjoying themselves at least. And it's funny that Farrago says, Mason Farrick, enjoy every moment of every practice. Come on.
Not when you're running. I feel like running sprints or something like that. But
no, not everybody can enjoy every moment of every practice. And North Reading manages to keep it in bounds. But TJ Overball comes up with it behind the back to Farrick. Farrick gets blocked. Farrick gets a putback. Good play by Overball. Good play by Farrick. It's a way to stick with it. And again, all the way down the lane, and North Reading with another point in the paint. That one from Braden Scribner. They knew he was fast when they came into this game. He's their fast break playmaking kid, and he just did it right there. Who's left?
all right, so we have Mike Farrago. So he's has played since 2nd grade. he's most proud of making it to the state tournament, and he's going to go to UMass Lowell next year to study finance.
Nice.
And then he has some advice for other players. Stay confident in your abilities, and then he has a message to his parents. Thanks for all the support over the years, bringing me to and from practice and helping me succeed.
So there's a smart kid. He recognizes the toll that parents pay on getting their students to and from practice, especially over all the years, all the many trips to Salisbury and Rowley, and I guess Newbury as well, getting kids to practice. So a little bit of pressure here from Newburyport and almost a turnover, but they managed to hold on to what Triton does. And TJ Overball, the chance to shoot, sides better, looking inside for Farago, behind the back again. Pass inside to Farago, who's going to take it himself. Needs some help now, all the way out to Bledsoe. No time left on the clock. Farrick drives, hit, doesn't get the drop. Definitely going to be out on North Reading that time. $18-point game, and great play by Overball to save that from being another turnover. And we have Griffin Dupuis in the game. Another freshman, right? Yeah. So there's a couple freshmen that have gotten a lot of playing time tonight, which is great. There we go. Fantastic. Three-pointer from Mason Farrick on senior night. Gotta love that.
Just trying to close the gap now. I mean, it's down to 15.
Good little run here by Triton. End this quarter. Close it down to 10 before we get to the fourth. And they potentially have a chance. That's a walk. That's a walk.
It's awesome.
Another freshman coming back in. Chris Colby replacing the senior Brandon Bledsoe. So we've got two freshmen on the court along with the senior Farago, the senior Mason Farrick, and the senior Overball. And at the 4-minute mark, it's only a 15-point game. Again, if they can get it down to 10 before we get to the end of this quarter. And he gets fouled before he can get the pass to Colby. Only the second foul of the half on North Reading. Dupuis hits it. Fantastic. Look at that.
12-point difference right now, which is huge.
Freshman Griffin Dupuis catches and shoots absolutely fearless from out there. A drive in the lane, and that's going to go as well. That inside game by North Reading is just really strong tonight. Mason Farrick to Dupuis, looks to Overball, changes his mind. All the way down to Colby. Colby to Farago, driving the lane. Oh, little runner doesn't go. That one does.
There we go.
So that's at least twice tonight, and I'm sure it's a lot more than that when we go back and watch the tape, that Triton is just stuck with it. Their big men have taken the shot inside. It hasn't gone. They've gotten their own rebound. Get out of here. Oh, that's killing me. Three-pointer, the 6th of the night for Cody Conalonga.
Wow.
Wow. 15-point game again. Imagine if he had just missed half of his three-pointers. That's 9 points. This game is completely different if it's a 6-point game rather than a 15-point game. That kid alone has it's tough.
He's had the hot hand the whole game. You can't. I mean, I think he's missed one.
I think he's missed one, maybe two. So what do you do? I mean, you played against kids that all of a sudden they just light it up. Do you try and change your defense and play like a box and one where just one kid is sort of totally isolated playing defense on him?
Yeah, I mean, I think they need to get up in his face. They're giving. They're trying to. It's good to play help defense, and I don't want to contradict myself, but at
Coach?
some point you got to get a hand there closer to him because I feel like he still has that 1 foot or 2 foot gap that's allowing him. I actually have no idea if I'm being honest.
So when you have a chance, and you get to coach when you're a little bit older, you're going to enjoy how you contradict yourself all the time when you're coaching. You say one thing and you say the exact opposite. You tell your players in order to break a press, you need to spread out and make space, and then you tell them you need to come to the ball, which is two exactly opposite directions you need to give them. So good luck with that. All right, Dupuis, Farrick is going to take that three. That's going to drop. There we go. There we go. That's his second three of the night. And right back to a 12-point game. So, again, if they can break this down to 10 points before the end of this quarter, Triton has a chance. Inside, too much inside. Oh, he misses the shot, though, does number 1, Gregory Dimitri. Triton with good enough defense, I guess, inside, provided this kid misses these free throws.
Should we do our last senior now?
Yeah.
All right, so last but not least, TJ Overball. He's played his whole life. He's most proud of being a part of a tournament team. And then he's going to go to college. He's still unsure of where he's going to go. And then he has some advice for other players. Go hard. High school flies by. He has a message to his grandparents and his parents. I'm thankful for my parents and my grandparents for never missing a game and for everything that they do.
And I will back him up on that. I know his father. I don't think his father's ever missed a game. It's fantastic. Another 3. That one's going to be an air ball. Colby's going to try and save it, but saves it right into North Reading. Good defense by Ferrick. Looks a little bit frustrated by missing that 3. Doesn't want to pick up another foul. Number 3 is going to step up, but he isn't. He's going to drive the lane instead. He's going to get that to miss. And here comes Ferrick again with the ball. Looking outside. There's Wilkinson. Wilkinson can shoot. That one goes out, but Farago over the back. Good attempt at the offensive rebound, but can't quite get it. So we're at the 2-minute mark, 14-point game.
Looks like Chris Colby is face guarding number 24, who has all the 3s tonight.
You're right, he is, yep. Kid is fast. Kid is super fast. Doesn't get that. Goes inside, doesn't get that. Nice. Good work on Taylor to deny him that shot inside. Farago comes out. Dennis back in. Wilkinson in for Dupuis. So Brendan Dennis wearing the mismatched shoes out there. That's a look. So you're right. Face guarding by Colby on number 24. Hopefully it's not too late in the game for that. Phenomenal block. Just a great defensive play inside.
North Reading coach is looking for that foul.
I'm sure he is, because there was a lot of contact. But, you know, I mean, that's the way they've been playing the whole night, both teams. So off the pick, 24 gets the shot off, but it's not going to go. Dylan Wilkinson's going to pick up a foul. And again, we don't know how many. We just know it's the 5th on the team. So I'll stick with it. If they can close this to 10, which is going to be tough at the end of this quarter. It's 15 again now. But they've had a couple of 3s. They've had some good looks. They've had some great defensive plays. Overball in from Merrick. From Mason Ferrick.
Merge the 2 names together.
And the crowd doing its part, messing up the free throw shooter. Good for Triton ship, the Viking ship. Wilkinson's going to drive, and he's going to do the little runner. It's not quite going to go. A little bit chaos inside. Number 32 is back on the court. We'll see how long he stays in the game. Comes 11 from North Reading. Looks inside to Taylor. Taylor against Dennis, and he dribbles the ball off his own foot. Good defense by Brendan Dennis. Mason Ferrick back in the game. I think Dennis is on for defense, if I could guess here. He seems to come in and out, and good for surrender for telling their kids that's your role. Come in and do what you're out there to do. Play as a team. TJ Overball wants to take that 3. Hasn't gotten a look. Wilkinson does, and that's going to drop.
There we go. That looks good. That looked good as soon as it left his hand.
It was just solid all the way around. And here comes North Reading again. Just drive fast. Try to make something happen in the lane. 32 with a good little move. Lefty drops it. 45 seconds left in this game. Overball is going to try and drive. A lot of pressure on him. Out to Wilkinson. Wilkinson. Oh, they're going to call the foul on the floor. Only the 3rd foul of this half by North Reading. And I'm not going to say the refs are bad. I think the refs are good, so I guess that means Triton is just not driving to the basket enough, or whatever it is. North Reading just playing disciplined enough defense not to get in foul trouble. Inside, Colby kicks it back out. And they don't have much time on the shot clock, just 18 left. Good little drive by Ferrick, doesn't go. And Overball comes in, almost makes the steal. Gives him time to set up the defense, though. That's one of the things you get out of that play, even if you don't get the ball. But North Reading with a quick release all the way down the court. Chance inside, and absolutely a charge. Oh, a travel instead. Colby goes down, holding his face. I think he's all right. Farago's coming in. Is your brother okay?
He's fine. He's a little bit of a drama queen.
So 6 seconds left. Great drive by Wilkinson. That's going to drop. Fantastic. And we're going to end this half, or this quarter, sorry. 12 points. I wanted 10. They got it to 12. Phenomenal play by Wilkinson at the end there to scoop that ball up with the 6 seconds left and drive like he did. Get that little runner to go. So absolutely, this is a game. This is definitely a game. Triton has woken up. They're coming out. They're playing much harder. 48-60. So they held North Reading to only 18 points in that entire quarter. And I can't do math, or otherwise I could tell you how much. I think it's 23 that Triton got in that half. So
you outscored
that
them,
quarter.
which is good, yeah.
Yeah, they outscored them 23-18 in the quarter, and closed the gap to 12, and that's manageable. I mean, that's something if the defense can come alive, and if North Reading can go cold. So Conalonga has 6 3-pointers. Do we think he's going to make 6 more? I don't. No.
No way.
So if they can shut him down and maybe find other ways to get some baskets from some other players out there, then there's a chance. There's definitely a chance here.
I think Triton is going to be hyped up right now. I mean, their season is on the line for the seniors. This could be their last time they're playing in their home gym, and if they get a chance to do that again with this win, then I think they're going to do whatever it takes.
And here they come. Wilkinson on the floor with Ferrick and Overbaugh, and Farago and the other Wilkinson. That's a 3. That one's going to miss. Farago inside can't quite get the rebound. North Reading with it. So we got 1 quarter to play, 1 quarter left in Triton's home season, and possibly whether or not they make the tournament is going to ride on this next 8 minutes. TJ Overball with the ball. 7.5 to play. Good no-look pass. Farago's going to miss the just barely missed the 3. Ferrick tries to make something happen. Could have got called for a foul. Good no call all the way around. Conalonga with the ball way outside. He's going to go ahead and drive. Kid is so quick. And he's going to get fouled, I think, before they're going to say on the shot. Looked like it was before the shot to me, but that's going to be on Jesse Wilkinson. Not sure how many he has, but it looks like Brandon Belletz is going to come in for him. And the Viking ship making all the noise they can. Doesn't work. Belletz having a chat with the referee. Don't think he agrees with him, but at least he knows what he did wrong. And again, this good crew tonight from the referees, letting them play really well. North Reading hits them both. That's the first points of this quarter. 7 to play now for Triton. Ferrick trying to find some space. Not there. Wilkinson way outside. Hop step. Ferrick, he can hit that. Doesn't go. Farago can't get it. And the rebound, that's a walk. That's a walk. You get to see the Viking ship jump up for that one. They all saw it. It's amazing how many students are experts at basketball when you put them in the bench or put them in the bleachers. Parents too. It's incredible. And people here calling the game, I guess, as well. Overball. Drives. A little bit of chaos. Gets it inside, and that's going to drop. Nice play by Farago to be in the right spot and get that ball and get it straight up. 12-point game again. Conalonga swings it out. Too much space inside. Little half step. Sends it back out again. Good defense. They're not letting anybody shoot, but unfortunately the ones they do, they drop. Timeout now by North Reading with a 14-point lead. So I think if you're the North Reading coach, you're telling them to calm down, be patient, make that kind of pass at the end. Don't take the outside shots, because anytime they're taking a shot before there's 10 left on the shot clock, they're giving a possession away to Triton.
Yeah, the coach is probably telling them to slow it, really slow it down and take their time up on the dribble. And Triton's kind of pressuring. It's like more like one person is like Mason Ferrick will miss the shot, and then he'll kind of get angry and go try to pressure himself. But there's not a ton of pressure by Triton, so if I was North Reading, I'd really take my time with the possession, I guess.
And that's a hard thing to read. So you're saying, Mason misses a shot, gets angry, and puts the pressure on.
Yeah.
You got to balance that fine line between making a bad foul in that situation, but also being out of position, because if the kid's fast enough and gets by you, now you're putting your own team in a tough spot. But it's also on the rest of your team to be able to see that and pick up on it and react. So we'll see how Triton does, because the defense has to pick up. They only have 6 minutes left. They're going to need that kind of pressure every single time North Reading touches the ball. North Reading smartly in a press coming out here, making Triton use a lot of time to get themselves set up on their offense. Wilkinson, long, hits it. Down to 11 for the first time in a while.
Oh, that was a huge block by Dylan Wilkinson.
And Jesse Wilkinson coming back into the game for TJ. Offense, defense substitution again, I suspect. The way this game has been, it makes sense. You're going to get a whistle almost on every possession. That one's going to drop, though. Now Bledsoe with the ball. Jesse Wilkinson and Farago out there with him. Immediate double team by North Reading, but doesn't lead to anything. Wilkinson, quick little move, takes the shot himself. That one's not going to go. Almost a tip by Ferrick. And Triton's defense needs to pick up its pace. It's a 5-minute mark now with 13-point gap. That move inside. Oh, and that's going to be called with a foul. That's a tough one. Dylan is got to be in foul trouble by now. I feel like we've seen him called for that, or for a foul, too many times tonight. So I'll ask you this. Did you ever play against any of these kids? You're a senior, they're seniors. Did you ever get out on a court and have a chance to play against some of these Triton Vikings seniors?
This is a really weird memory, but I remember at like summer CCD camp, it was at like the Immaculate Conception. TJ and Travis were there, and I remember them playing basketball, and I don't even think I played basketball at that time, but I didn't even try to go over there and play because they would have broken my ankle so hard.
And that's going to be a turnover by North Reading. Going to give Trent the ball back with a 14-point gap again to close here with 4:44 left in this fourth. And that's not a great pass by Griffin Dupuis, unfortunately. And this Triton team suddenly looks like they may have lost a little bit of that momentum they had when they got it all the way down to 11.
They're only down by 14 points right now. It's
a few good possessions, and a few good stops, and no turnovers. And that kid not hitting any more threes. That's his 7th of the night. 21 points from outside the arc by one kid for North Reading. There have been games that I don't think Triton or the other team has had 7 3-pointers total. Runner doesn't go. Inside, Ferrick, good little putback. And then there's that foul. And that's a tough one because the ref was behind him. He definitely got his hand on the ball based on the way the ball moved. That's too bad. And that's actually stopping the clock and going to the line. So, 4 minutes left. The team's already in the bonus. They're going to be in the double bonus in no time. Do you I don't want to say foul on every possession, but play so aggressive that if you put them to the line, you put them to the line. You've got to stop the clock and get possessions. You got to trade 2 for 3.
I would press if I was Coach Tedder right now. He's got to get something.
Press and tell him that kind of foul is okay. You know, it's not because look, he missed it. You know, that's what you want. You want the clock stopped, and you want a chance to get the ball back and drive and go up just like that and have it drop.
Okay.
And that's not a foul because it was incidental. 3 looking for help out. The 24 still in this game. I guess that shows you that the North Reading coach is worried, even with a 15-point lead. Triton could do something and come back. 23 from the free throw line. It's going to miss. 3 Triton guys on it. Ooh, good, generous call from the ref.
Yeah, I honestly thought that was going to be North Reading ball there, but
it looked like it. I'll tell you one more thing about this Cody Kinalonga that you don't want to hear. He's only a sophomore.
Really? Wow.
Triton's going to have their hands full with this kid for 2 more years. Good pass and shoot. Nick Dupuis out on the court. Can't quite get that rebound. Coming the other way. North Reading, a little bit of lack of discipline here. They were driving. Seems like they were going to shoot right away. And now he's calling a timeout. And I think the coach is frustrated. North Reading coach is frustrated that they're still driving to the basket when they're just trying to kill clock at this time.
Triton's down by 15 points with about 3 minutes remaining.
Yeah, 10 points with, or 12 points with 14 is, or 12 points with 4 is possible. 15 with 3 is, now it's getting tight. Can be a little tougher here.
Do we know how the girls' team is doing in North Reading right now?
So that's an excellent question. We do have the magic text machine that says that the girls, last update is girls down by 2 at the half, 26-24, which is, I got to admit, pretty shocking to North Reading. They lost by 18, I think, the last time they played them. Triton girls had the lead at the end of the first, 15-10, and playing with the lead for most of the first quarter. 19-17 eventually, and then down by 2 at the half, 26-24. So Triton Viking girls have had just a roller coaster season.
Yeah.
Last night's game was fantastic. The big win against Ipswich. A really tough loss the other night against Watertown. So it's been that kind of a season. North Reading going to drive now. No foul. A lot of contact. Clean. Here comes Bledsoe with the ball. We know he can shoot. Sends it out to Farrick. Farrick to Bledsoe in the corner where he wanted it. Good play inside. Definitely a foul. Go to the line. Excellent. So the Viking ship is on its feet. They're ready for some magic here with 2:43 left. Cheerleaders still in full force. Crowd is still here. This is a good game, despite the 15-point gap, 14-point gap. That one's not going to drop. Chris Colby and Nick Dupuis trying to get a steal there. And a really strange call from the other side of the court. Surprising, but
yeah, you'd think that if there was going to be a call, the ref that was right in front of the play would have called it.
Would have come from underneath, but nothing you can do. So Jesse Wilkinson again gets called for a foul. So combined, the Wilkinsons have at least 5 fouls, but we don't know how they're spread out. But we know they got at least 5. That one's going to miss. Farrick with the rebound.
It's
2.5.
Very high-scoring game tonight.
It is, yeah. We said that North Reading was on pace for an 88-point game. I don't think they're going to get there, but still, crossing 70 is pretty impressive. Oh, Brendan Bledsoe eventually gets called for the foul. Almost. He almost got away with that. And it's really, I'm glad you pointed it out, that a lot of the teachers are here tonight from Triton. That's really cool. I mean, again, they've seen these kids play for so long. You know, it's nice for them to come out and support the seniors on their last night here. It's very cool. The girls' game, unfortunately, was on a Sunday, which is a little tougher.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got to remember that for next year. I do. You don't. You'll be at school.
Maybe I'll be back. Who knows?
Dupuis swings it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson's going to drive, pop, shot, drop. So they've kept it right there at 15. It's been consistently a 14, 15-point game the whole time. Dylan Wilkinson coming back into this game. Good drive past Liebert. He's going to pick up that foul. And Farrago and TJ Overbaugh coming in as well. I think you want to end with the seniors on the floor, right? North Reading misses that one. So Jesse Wilkinson actually coming out along with Liebert. Applause for Jesse as he comes out. Nick Dupuis coming out as well. He's been a good player for 4 years, Wilkinson.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been fun watching him. North Reading drops that one. Minute 43 to play. Barrick and Bledsoe not on the same page, and that's a turnover, and that's frustrating. So on the court, North Reading's going to put in 5 new players who are coming completely off the bench, who really had to take off their jerseys or their warm-ups before they even came in. I will admit to mixed feelings about that. And number 22 waving bye-bye to the fans. Mixed feelings about that as well. Not really mixed feelings, but I'm not going to say what I really think. Yeah. North Reading now with the ball. Number 10 is going to drive, and he's going to travel. And that kid's actually a senior, number 12 for North Reading, or number 10 for North Reading.
Looks like Triton is subbing all their seniors out.
One at a time. So Brendan Bledsoe comes out, gets a round of applause. Jesse Wilkinson, looks like Chris Colby in the game for Bledsoe. Minute 23 to play. Wilkinson's going to take the long three, not going to fall. Number 5, probably going to get fouled by Wilkinson here. Why not? No harm in that. Minute to play now. Good steal by TJ Overbaugh. He's just going to drive it in. Instead, he gets stripped from behind. That's frustrating. North Reading kid's playing this game out. Kid goes inside with it. Good defense by Liebert. Number 10 gets a chance to shoot, drops it in. 42 seconds left in the game, timeout. And here comes in the last of the seniors, I think, are coming out. So TJ Overbaugh comes out.
Mike Farrago's coming out.
And Mike Farrago comes out. So the seniors are all off the floor. There's 38 seconds left in this game. The younger Overbaugh, Dennis, younger Wilkinson, and Colby in the game. Colby's going to drive, doesn't have anywhere to go, goes all the way back out to Wilkinson. Enjoy a little spin move. Colby to Dennis. Dennis shooting, drops it. Oh, that looked good when he left his hands. Oh, nice play. Was that your brother?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Needs to shoot the ball, though.
So I suspect you're going to want to come back next year, even from college, just to call games so you can tell your brother what to do from the booth, right?
Yep. I don't think he listens to it, but it's still funny because why not? Yeah.
I'm sure he would enjoy that, being able to go back and watch the games. So when we were calling the game the other night, parents in the stands had the game on live on their phones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were watching and listening at the same time, which is crazy. And I know there are There are literally fans in Columbus, Ohio, watching this game right now.
That's awesome.
Got the little super text message to say there are fans of Triton basketball and all across the country, I guess, watching this.
That's awesome. Ref couldn't quite get to that ball that was down a little too low for him.
Cheerleaders getting into the game. 14 seconds into Dennis. Dennis again. That one drops. It's less than a 20-point game. Again, a 14-point game. It's crazy. They got it all the way down to 11, but that was it. And so the clock's going to run out on senior night here at Triton High School, and it's going to be 60-76 to end the home season for Triton. And they've got one chance left to at least get to 9 wins. They are going to miss the tournament this year for the first time in a couple years under Coach Surrender, I think. And the first time, or the second time, only the second time in the last 5 or 6 years. So it's a solid program. They had a lot of good kids coming up, including your brother. They're going to miss those seniors, though. There was a lot of leadership on that floor tonight. TJ Overbaugh, in particular, who, again, we've seen play for a long time. Mason Ferrick, Brendan Belletza, the outside shooting that he has. And, of course, Jesse Wilkinson, who's played for so long. And then Faraga. So it's going to be tough to replace those kids. What do you think? I mean, they're going to have a good season next year? We got to look to next year already since we're at the end of this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think hopefully Quentin McHale will be back and he'll step up as a leader. You'll have O'Doy. You'll have Chris. You'll have the both Dupuis brothers. I mean, maybe they'll struggle a little bit next year, but there are kids coming up in the program where I think that under Coach Schroeder, stuff like that, they could have a really great year, I think.
They should, yeah. You're right to bring up O'Doy. It'll be his senior year next year. Quentin McHale's only going to be a junior next year. So they definitely have a lot of talent coming up. Nick Dupuis will only be a junior next year. That kid Griffin Dupuis, who hit that 3, I mean, he's only going to be a sophomore. So we're going to see a lot from this team next year. And I'm looking forward to it. So you are completely welcome to come back, of course.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah,
and call these games as often as you can. It'd be a lot of fun. So thank you very much.
Yep,
it was an enormously fun season. And unfortunately, that's it for us. Triton plays on the road for their next game against Wilmington to end the season, and then we're on to softball.
Yep.
So thanks very much.
Thank you.